What if everything we know about the origin of the universe is completely wrong? For decades, humanity has built larger and more powerful eyes to look into the dark. We wanted to see the beginning of time, but in 2023, the James Webb Space Telescope looked further back than ever before, and what it found is currently breaking the minds of the world's top astrophysicists. It didn't find an empty infant universe, it found monsters, and according to the laws of physics, they shouldn't be there. Let's look at the real present-day crisis unfolding in astronomy right now. To understand the panic, you have to understand how we see space. Because light has a speed limit, looking deep into space means looking back in time. When you look at the moon, you are seeing it as it was 1.3 seconds ago. When James Webb looks deep into the cosmic void, it is acting as a literal time machine, capturing infrared light from over 13 billion years ago. Just moments after the Big Bang, scientists expected to find a dark, quiet place. They expected to see the tiny, fragile sparks of the very first primitive stars struggling to form in a chaotic soup of hydrogen. But they didn't. Instead, buried in the data, astronomers found 6 distinct red dots. At first, they thought it was a glitch in the telescope's sensors, but it wasn't. Those red dots were fully formed, ultramassive galaxies. They are being called the universe breakers. Here is the terrifying math. These galaxies existed just 500 million years after the universe began. Yet, they contain as much mass as our own Milky Way, which took over 13 billion years to grow to its current size. Imagine digging up the bones of a prehistoric caveman, but he's wearing an Apple Watch. That is the level of impossibility we are looking at. There was physically not enough time or matter in the early universe for these giants to have formed. So, how do we explain this? If the math is right, the standard model of cosmology, the foundation of modern physics, has to be ripped up and rewritten. But there is a darker theory currently circulating. What if those red dots aren't galaxies at all? Some physicists now suggest that James Webb hasn't found impossible galaxies, but rather dark stars. Single, supermassive stars powered not by nuclear fusion, but by the annihilation of invisible dark matter. If true, it means the darkness of space is alive with a type of energy we cannot even comprehend. The James Webb Telescope is still out there, sitting 1,000,000 miles from Earth in the freezing cold, staring into the abyss. And every day it downloads more data that challenges our reality. We thought we understood the dark, but the dark is full of things we aren't ready for. Keep your eyes open. Wake up. This is What If.